What is up, guys? Can't thank you guys enough for the support I've received lately, as first and foremost. Today we're going to be doing a how-to video on the broken Traxxas Raptor that I have officially destroyed. Something doesn't look right here. We got a little steering knuckle replacement to do on here. We hit the mega ramp when you seen this. And if you noticed in the video, I left the 1x6 uncut and it's flat, and I clipped the tire and it broke the steering knuckle. So what we're going to do is replace the steering knuckle, remove the bearing off the wheel and tire combination, and then reattach everything with the tools that Traxxas gives you from the toolkit. Now, the lady at the store said that this part number 3736 is the right part number for the steering knuckle. We're about to find out. I have no idea if it is or it isn't, but we are going to fix her up and thrash it some more. So the first thing you got to do is take your little, I guess, 4-star tool to remove the wheel. Remove the wheel, get it out of the way so you can get back to the bearing and the steering knuckle with no issues. Pretty straightforward. Got that out of the way. There's your wheel, your tire, and now the carnage. So I just broke the little arm off, plastic. It happens. So then remove the broken piece here, and then we're gonna have to punch the bearings out, which I wouldn't assume to be very hard. So let's get it. So we're removing this Allen head with the broken piece on it, and then we can free our knuckle up to fix and replace this issue. Uh-oh. Broken knuckle is out. One bolt. You have a bearing that your stub shaft and that holds the wheel on, that comes through there. See, the blue is the bearing. So now we have to figure out how to get that off. So take your, I don't even know what this thing is, a little prying tool. That pries the I guess you would call it a wheel insert. Then there's a little tiny roll pin. I would not lose that, and it is entirely too tiny, and it will go. If you don't have a little table set up like I have, then it will go missing in a hurry. So stub shaft is out. Now we have to remove the bearing out of the steering knuckle. So I'm going to remove the broken piece first, so it's done and out of the way. I would highly recommend not letting this tie rod, I would highly recommend not letting it turn, because if it turns, your alignment will be off. I don't think this one's moved yet. I don't think, but if you get to playing around with it, I would just keep in mind that if you don't keep this heim joint straight, and I mean, it's locked on there pretty good, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. So remove the bolt. I like to put the hardware. All right, our bearing removal. I'm taking this Allen wrench that's given to us and trying to catch that inner race of the bearing just to put enough pressure on it, and boom, come right out. Find the other one. Oh, now this one's going to be tough. So I got the bearing pushed up a little bit on this side. It might be hard to tell, so I'm just going to go to the opposite side, back and forth, and pop the bearing out. Bearing's out. Boom, easy. So part number 3736. Open it up from Hobby Town. And so if you flip it, it's going to go in like that. Easy peasy. Now I'm going to install the bearings first, put the bearing in, and just squeeze it together with my fingers. It goes in fairly easy. Uh-oh. So bearings are installed. Come back in, put our stub shaft for our wheel, that goes in first. Little black washer. Oh, little black washer. This microscopic roll pin that my sausage fingers can't quite grab. Just, it's very loose, mind you. So as you can see, the wheel adapter has a slot in it. Just make sure your roll pin's in, put the wheel adapter on, get it to where it'll, see it's not lined up, just go either way, and it'll click in. Boom. So our wheel assembly's back together. So what we can do now is install it back on the truck like such. That little hole. So push through. Once you get it lined up, of course it's wanting to fight me. So got it in, and all you're going to do is tighten this back down to where this little flange of the bolt stops. So I had the bolt bottom out, and I put a little extra pressure on it, make sure it was tight, and the knuckle itself is free. You don't want any binding by any means, because if it binds, you might have it too tight where the control arm is compressing itself. I don't think it'll do that, but just make sure it's free, so your steering is always free. You don't want it to bind up at any point in time, and we'll check it once we install the tie rod. So got the bolt installed, put that on, one little tiny nut, get that threaded on, hold your Allen wrench on the bottom, your 4-way on the top, tighten her down, and then You know, I wouldn't force the servo too much, but that's done. You just put your wheel back on and the job is literally done. We don't have to do anything else. We didn't fool around with the alignment of the truck by any means. So put your little lug nut back on and we'll be ready to rip. 10-minute job, no big deal. Like my groove ring, wife bought it, a little green with the orange on it. Probably the best feeling ring I've ever had. I've used the cheaper ones, but you get brake cleaner on them or something. That's the end of them. They get too thin, but this groove one's nice. Got little grooves in it so you can sweat band. So I just learned myself something. I didn't have the wheel tight enough. So you put your wheel on, did the little steering knuckle repair. Like I said, Traxxas, part number TRA 3736, or off their website would be 3736. Easy. Parts cost me a whopping $3. It comes with 2 of them. I bought 2 packs because I know I'm going to be needing these again. So $3 probably at any of your local hobby stores. Left and right 5x114 5x11 by 4mm bearings. So let's rip it. Mind you guys, I did this job in less than 10 minutes with the supplied tools from Traxxas. I mean, they give you a nice little set here just to get you by. Now, if I had my tools at home, I'm not home right now, so if I had my tools at home, I'd probably use them and have been done a lot quicker. But just to give you an idea, it takes 10 minutes with the supplied tools that Traxxas give you. I mean, you can't complain about that. So have fun. Let's rip this thing. Back in action. Damn, this is harder than it looks. $10 worth of work, hours worth of fun. Hope this helped you guys. Simple, easy, just to give you an idea so you don't have to take your cars to the hobby shop. Save the money, do it yourself. We'll see you later.